Yes,
Hello, welcome to the first day of the 34th Annual Friends of Old Time Radio Convention. Today is Friday, October 22nd, 2009. This is the first panel on the first day. And my name is Derek Tague, and we decided to do something different and less informal, less formal than we usually have. It's a radio historians panel. We have all sorts of music and comedy panels and all that, but we decided to do something different. I want to add, please, because we're celebrating the era of old-time radio, let's turn off our cell phones and pagers. Don't make us go Hugh Jackman on you, okay? And, okay, so...
They maybe haven't heard that story.
Okay, for point of reference, Hugh Jackman's is on Broadway, and he just stopped the middle of a show during a cell phone and said to the lady, would you mind getting that? And he just stopped the performance. And Gary Yoggy was in the audience that
Yeah, but it
day.
wasn't my cell phone. Make sure you tell them.
It wasn't. Okay, joining us is, in an alphabetical manner, we have Professor Emeritus Michael of Radio and TV at Moorhead State University, Michael Beil. PhD dissertation was the making and use of recordings in broadcasting before 1936, and he is broadcasting today with Yesterday USA with his lovely daughter Leah, and Michael is here, and Jack French, retired FBI man, and he's the author of the authoritative history of female radio detectives, Private Eyelashes, which is available. Head of the Metro Washington Old Time Radio Club and the editor of Radio Recall. And he hosts a lot of great panels here. He puts a lot of research into him. He's still getting praise for the the coverage of the Lindbergh baby kidnapping trial on radio last year. Greg Oppenheimer has joined us, and he's continuing the legacy of his father, Jess, the creator of I Love Lucy, the author of it's Laughs, Luck, and Lucy. We have a copy here, Laughs, Luck, and Lucy, about how his father created the greatest, most cherished sitcom of all time, I Love Lucy. We'll talk about that a little. And we're waiting for Anthonny Tollin. He'll be here in a minute. And we have also at the end, as you've heard from a little bit, talk about Hugh Jackman in the theater, Professor Gary Yoggy, Professor Emeritus of History and pop culture teacher at Cornell Community College, directed many shows. Corning. What did I say?
I don't want to get sued by Cornell. You said Cornell. Although I'll take the promotion and the salary.
He's Professor Emeritus at Cornell.
There is no salary.
Directed many shows over here and at the Memphis Film Festival. Author of Writing the Video Range, the history of television westerns, and another western book called Back in the Saddle, and some other upcoming books for Bear Manor Media. And that's about it for the scripted part of the show. We just want to have an informal talk about the hobby, the history, anything. We take some questions. Let's make this like the old Dick Cavett show. Just have like a little forum. Who wants to be Gore Vidal and who wants to be Norman Mailer? Okay?
We have nothing planned, is what he is trying to tell you.
Would somebody like to start us with a question with our eminent historians here?
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you all. I am Mel Simons. It's my very good pleasure to be your moderator, and this is the authors panel. And I'd like to start to your far right. First, I'm going to introduce them, and then we'll get to their books individually. A gentleman who is no stranger to us all, from Pennsylvania, Martin Grams. Nice hand for Marty. Sitting next to Marty, a gentleman that I've just had the pleasure of meeting for the first time. He hails from Virginia. Say hello to Michael Hayde, everybody. And to Michael's right, the gentleman that I thought we had lost, but thank goodness he is here. Let's welcome Alan Abel.
Thank you.
And the fine gentleman to my left that I've also had the pleasure today of meeting for the first time, let's welcome Jim Monaco, everybody. Well, I'm going to start by, Marty, we'll start with you. And what I'd like you to do is just tell us, well, incidentally, many of the folks here have written more than one book, and we will get into that. But I'd like to start, Marty, with your latest book. Tell us about it and show us.
Well, we just discovered we grabbed the wrong book. But this is the old book. It was a book on the adventures of Sam Spade. And this year we came out with a book, thanks to Bear Manor Media and Ben Omart, for the radio adventures of Sam Spade, but they're the lost episodes. We took the best scripts from the lost episodes and reprinted them so people can enjoy, and obviously you can envision Howard Duff's voice and Lorene Tuttle's when you're reading them, and enjoy some of the adventures and find out exactly what made the show so good that today we have no knowledge of because the recordings don't exist. So imagine this being the book cover for the new book. This one also through Bear Manor Media. It's okay. I won't smack you in the back of the head. Wasn't his fault. Is Car 54, Where Are You? And it does cover a good bit of the creator, Nat Hiken, who wrote numbers of scripts. He also wrote for the Fred Allen Show and the Milton Berle radio show. So there's a good bit of radio that crosses over into some of the plots that were also reused for the television series. And the other book that came out, I think it came out last year, but we were told to bring it anyways, The Twilight Zone, which does cross a good number of pages about Rod Serling's radio career, which also goes into the television series where he borrowed radio scripts from his days at Ohio, and it crossed into the TV scripts.